do this, people. Let's do this. Blah. Get some writing in. Getting some writing in. Probably not for a long time, though. I'm going to be honest with you. I got a little behind by going to the doctor's today, so everything I was supposed to accomplish this morning, not accomplished, unaccomplished. Ugh. Ooh, excuse me. Oof. Oofa. There's Mr. Frank. There he is. I had a 3:30 doctor's appointment. My daily checkup. Every day I get checked out. My yearly, go talk to the doctor so she can up all my prescriptions. Then they called and they were like, hey, she's got a meeting this afternoon. Can you be here at noon? This was like 10:30, so it completely threw me off. I'm like, of course I can. I can't go to the doctor by myself, so my wife has to accompany me. Luckily, she's literally, her office is like 2 blocks away from the doctor's office. So I went to her work. Then we went. Clean bill of health. She's going to put me back on the Rybelsus. I'm like, oh, that's fine. I need to lose some weight here. Then after, we're like, she was like, you want to go get something to eat? Yeah, I'm already going to be late anyway. It doesn't matter. And I'm hungry. I'm starving. So we went to Tunis, I believe is the restaurant. I got me the seafood platter. A lot of seafood on it. And then I came home, and on the way home, there was a bad accident on one of the bridges. And then I had to take an alternate route. I was like, well, there's a friggin' Dunkin' right there. Might as well stop. Like, you know what? I'm gonna not be fat much longer, so let me get a couple of chocolate glazed donuts and a frozen coffee with mocha. Which I did. You should be all like, do you know who the... Yeah, you know who I am? Tuna sounds like a shuttle. It's a small chain of restaurants. I think they are Middle Eastern. They do a... what do they call it? I don't want to be offensive here. They call it something like, they have a sandwich like it's a pita with meat and stuff stuffed in it, and they call it like a camel jockey or something like that. I guess it's not racist if they're saying it. Yeah, basically like a meat pita, which I did not get because I got the seafood. I've eaten there one other time, and I also got the seafood platter. Because you got... Oh, what kind of meat would you like? Would you like tilapia? Would you like narwhal? Would you like flounder? Flounder. Flounder's tasty. And then some shrimp, some French fries, some oysters, some fried oysters, and a crab cake. And some shrimp. Damn good. But now I'm full. You would not like tilapia. No, you probably would not like tilapia. I like tilapia. Tilapia's not bad. Narwhal, you got to cook it just right. There was a third fish. I can't remember what the third fish was. Like probably cod or something. I was like, you know what? Flounder. Let's do flounder. I had flounder a lot as a kid because one of the neighbors, they would always go to the west side of Belford, and it's the creek, and they would always fish, or they would go out on the fishing boats, and they would always be like, hey, we got all these, we just came back, and we got all these extra flounder. You want a couple of flounder? And then my mom would be annoyed, and she'd like, yeah, and then she'd have to clean them, and then my dad would cook them up. Also a big fan growing up of smoked whiting. Man, smoked whiting was delicious. Smoked whiting, we would go to Pathmark, and they would have the smoked whiting. And you literally then, my dad would buy a couple, And then the first thing you do is you just pull the spine out of it. You know what I'm saying? And then you just basically just eat all the chunk meats. Me, him, and my brother. We just rip the shit out of that thing. It's so good. Make sure your flounder always has clean underwear. Well, obviously. You're about smoked whiting, right? Smoked whiting is just delicious. My wife has smoked a couple of whitings in her day. Very good. Very tasteful. Tasteful the way she does it. She doesn't say mean things or anything. Some good stuff. Smoked whiting salad, even. What's a smoked whiting salad, though? I feel like there's going to be like mayonnaise or something in that. Some kind of. I don't. Literally, you take the smoked whiting and you pull the spine out of it like you're playing a video game. What's that video game? Mortal Kombat. It's like you strike the smoked whiting and you rip the spine out of it, and then you just eat all the chunks of meat. There doesn't have to be mayo. I just like the smoked whiting. I don't know if I need to necessarily add anything to it. Hope you watched the my video that I put up yesterday. Thanks to your suggestion. I'm getting 500-600 views already on it. I have nobody lined up as guests for 2-3 weeks now for the interview Armand chats with thing. And it doesn't seem like to be the time of year. What I'm thinking about doing is doing a couple of more on Wednesdays instead of doing an interview. I'm getting a brain freeze. I drank that too quick. I'm thinking of just doing another one of those videos. Since I get 500-600, 2,000 views on those, and the interviews I'm getting like 30 or 40. I did. You would know this if you monitored your video and saw that I commented on it, and then you replied to my comment. Oh wait, you're just old and forgetful. Oh yeah, I guess the fact that you commented and I commented back would let me know that you probably did watch it, especially with your insightful comment. So yeah. Oh, by the way, Frank, thanks for watching the new video. I don't know what I was thinking. I am getting a little old. I have to drink more of that mushroom coffee, I guess. I think I can make the mushroom. I think I could do a cold brew mushroom coffee. Because the new coffee maker I have, it has the coffee pot, it also has the K-cup, and it also has a button for cold brew. I tried to comment with words I thought might help. Yes, and I think you did. Yes, I did enjoy your comment. I'm glad for. I'm glad how official sounding it was. I'm almost at 900 followers, subscribers right now. Which is why it looks like I use AI to comment. Yeah, if I didn't know that was you, I'd be like, oh, here comes some AI BS coming my way. Right at me. Pow. You know what? It's fine. It's all good. So did you watch Stranger Things like everyone else? We did not watch it. I'm not a huge... last season was like, eh. And we just been busy. And I'm like, it's just so much freaking hype. Every commercial they're on, every reel I see on Facebook, everywhere, I all see Stranger Things. I was drawn to this valuable information on how to review books to build community. They right. That just sounds right out of your mouth, too. Just sounds natural. This is one of those days where I just don't feel like writing. Both of my co-authors did not write over the weekend. Yes, I watch it. Normally, I would have taken a week or two to watch it, but the kids wanted me to watch it all so they could talk shop. That makes sense. It definitely makes sense. I do have a list. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have eight more ideas right now to do videos of. Let me say about your co-authors. Mid, yeah, mid, and at least one, probably both, sus. So I'm working on chapter 3 of the last Severed Press book. I also could. I gotta look through. Maybe do a short story. They got a license to drive the sus bus. There you go. I also won this month's Crystal Lake Publishing monthly writing contest. So I get to pick the next one and do a license and do an interview with them. And they're gonna give me money. Also Nick's in mid. Yeah, Nick is mid. Well, thank you. I like writing those stories because it forces me to write an extra short story with the theme every month, and then I don't win or come in first, second, or third, and then I use that as my Patreon story the following month, or I just hold on to it for my short story collection, which I feel will never ever get done. Because I didn't realize when I put the I want to put it last year I put the Missing Link novella in it, and I'm like, this year, you know what, Toolshed, and I realized I don't have a clean copy of Toolshed. All of the formatting, everything is really crazy wonky because it was in a different size when Thunderstorm put it out. So I have to literally go through and move lines. And I can't figure out how to just do it all in one shot. It won't let me do it. So it's probably going to take me another week. I'm running a short story about the time I hung out with Kiss. You gonna call it Detroit Rock City? Sayreville Rock City. You can just change the margin of the document. No, it won't let me. It won't let me do. The problem is there are words that are broken up, hyphenated, and even when I expanded them, it's just stayed on the next line. It spread it out, but not enough to move it to the other line. And I'm not really all that good with all the Word docs and all that crap anyway. So I'm sure there's an easy fix to it. I haven't figured it out, and I wasted like 3 days trying to figure it out. So it was supposed to be out on my birthday, which is, I don't know, 10 days ago or so. But also then I was just like a couple days I just gave up. I'm like, when it's out, it's out. It wasn't a pre-order or anything. They don't sell really anyway. It's the sixth one. These are more for me than anything, so. I've been writing these the time I hung out with stories for years. First as blog posts, then in Vella. Now I'm writing a few more to release them all as a book. Nice. Make sure that when you write the time I hung out with Armand Rosamilia, spell my name right. And then just write one that's the time I hung out with your mom. And then see if anybody knows that it's specifically their mom that you're talking about. Maybe for book 2. Yeah, that's probably, you probably need a better hook one for book 2. So that's probably would be the best one. The time I hung out with the cast of Glee. I hope you read that one. Book one is just the rock bands. How many different stories are you going to do? The time I hung out with Bob Dylan. The time I hung out with Lisa and Cult Jam with Full Force. A couple of three maybe, yeah. Nice. Well, that seems interesting. Time I hung out with Sebastian Bach and he called me Dunk. I've been Warrant, Twisted Sister, Motley Crue, and Whitesnake. Nice. I'm looking forward to Loudness and Europe. Those are the ones I remember. I'm looking for you. The time I hung out with Tough. That one I'll read. You in with Stevie Rochelle. Obviously, the last story is Debbie Gibson. You got to lead up to that killer last one. Just remember, she's married and you're married now, so maybe tone down the crazy one-night stand sex stuff in that one. You don't want to ruin lives. The time I hung out with Keel is going to be about how I hung out with Ron Keel one night and single-handedly started the United Nations. I was watching a show yesterday. It was like East Harbor Heroes. It's about the ports in Newfoundland. I love those shows because I'm an old man. Anyway, and they kept talking about taking the boats out of the water for the winter, and like Tetris, you got to place them. And they kept saying, the one guy kept yelling, "Watch the keel, watch the keel!" And I kept thinking, Ron Keel's there? No wonder he's you don't see him anymore. He's in Newfoundland. The time you hung out with Yngwie Malmsteen? Actually, I do have a legitimate hung out with Yngwie Malmsteen backstage at a Lita Ford concert at Club Benet. When Joan Jett. Joan Jett played Club Benet, and for some reason backstage Yngwie Malmsteen was there. It was weird. That time I hung out with Duff and got our asses kicked. That time I hung out with Trickster and bought them all beer. I got to the second page. I might have to. I got to start walking again, so I might do walking talks at some point. Oh, thank you. You're too kind. That always just feels so good. I have two of them. I actually have three of them. I wish I had the coordination to run two of these at a time. You know, but I feel like I would just rip my skin off my back. I was like, you probably saw me like kind of like moving around a little bit, doing some dance moves. Hoo-wah. It's a little cloudy here, 73 degrees today. It's nice out. Let's see if it's actually 73. What? So it's not 73 because for some reason excuse me. My computer thinks that I am in Claremont, Florida, which is near Orlando. And I'm like, I'm not 2 hours south of here where it's 73 degrees. It's like 68 here. December there, yeah. You guys get any snow yet? You get any flurries or anything? I know there's some places up north that got hit with some snow, I thought. Supposed to be snow tomorrow, but I think it'll be more North Jersey and up into New York. That's always the bad thing when you're like, oh, it's gonna snow, and then it just doesn't snow. You get some rain. That's about it. Guess it's better than actually having snow, though. I'll take cold rain over snow anytime. Oh yeah, especially a cold November rain. But in December, it hasn't rained here in like I don't know 3 weeks. At least 3 weeks. It's hard to hold a candle in that kind of weather. It is. We can only try though. Like a candle in the wind. The secret to that is just to put your hand in front of the flame so that it doesn't blow out. Yeah. Tonight we'll probably start. I think we started the third season of Tulsa King. We did. We watched a couple episodes, so we'll probably watch some more of that. I'm a fan. I like it. I like it too, and I like it because the dude from Doogie Howser who's in it, his name is Armand. Or Armin. It's funny because certain characters call him Armand, certain characters call him Armin, which is my life. Certain people call me big effing sexy. I get it. Although, for some weird reason, those are normally 80-year-old women. I also ordered more coffee, which should be coming soon because Lord knows we need more coffee. I call you Ray and I call you Dave, but you don't have to call me Scott Ian. Yeah, you don't have to call me Scott Ian. I'm going through Facebook. I don't remember the band. It's some like band I never heard of. Like a bunch of bands have they do their ads on Facebook, free CD, that kind of crap. And I looked and I was like, holy shit, is this another band Scott Ian is in? And then I clicked on the picture and I had to click through. It was not Scott Ian. It's just some dude that looks like Scott Ian. I'm thinking this would not surprise me if he was in yet some other band. Excuse me. Oh, ooh. That smells bad. Well, the fish and french fries coming up. I ate so much yesterday, I had to lie down because I thought I was going to throw up. I was like, if I lie down, I won't throw up. But then if I do fall asleep and throw up, then I'm going to be like Bon Scott. I'm going to choke on my own vomit. Looking like Scott Ian is the new Stephen R. King. Yes, exactly. Since Thanksgiving, we did not get dressing again another year. They call it dressing down here. I call it stuffing. Shelley's like, well, we don't stuff it in the bird. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's still called stuffing. It's not called stovetop dressing. It's called stovetop stuffing instead of potatoes. But she made a pan of it. She's never made dressing before. She's like, I'm going to try it. That way next year, maybe I'll make one. Since my sister probably won't make it because she hasn't in 3 years. Although she keeps saying she's going to do it. And then if she does make it, we'll have a backup. Tiger Wrights, rating with Party 12. Well, thank you very much, Tiger Wrights. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything has been good. Hope everything is working out for you. Just talking about dressing, stuffing. So my wife made a tray of it on Saturday morning. And I ate a lot of it. And it was freaking delicious for the first time she's ever made it. And then yesterday, it was like a half of a thing. There was an event I was part of for November, so I was rating in relation to it. Well, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. I'm supposed to be writing, but I'm talking about Thanksgiving. Or post-Thanksgiving. Yesterday I watched football. Stupid Jaguars won. My stupid Raiders, of course, lost. Mr. Frank. And then I ate like the other half of the dressing tray. She made it on a big... And then I felt sick because I ate too much yesterday. Crazy. I'm normally not on this late on a Monday, but I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I didn't eat one single walnut. No walnuts. I don't believe I ate any walnuts either. I don't even think that was really something that was offered. I know they made like stuff with pecans. I don't think I ate any of that though. I want to remind everybody to subscribe or resubscribe. And also, I want to remind everybody, all the new people in, thank you very much. I appreciate everybody coming in. Go to YouTube and Armand's Opinion, Armands Opinion, and hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate it. Watch a couple videos too. All of these videos here all make it later on in the day. They'll go on to all my Twitch videos will go on to YouTube. But I have other stuff there. I do writing videos. I talk about writing. I do coffee. I do a lot of other stuff. So get on there. I've subscribed 16 times already this month. Hopefully the 17th time will take. I gotta start doing raids. I haven't done raids in a long time. It used to be fun. Used to be. All right, unless anybody has anything, you have questions, you have comments or anything, I'm going to wrap this up very soon. Because I'm going to be completely honest with you. I need a nap. Do you have a clear book of the year yet? Not a clear one. There's 2 or 3 off the top of my head that might make the cut. I already read a book that's not coming out till next year, the new Jordan Harper book. And right now that is easily the best book I will have read next year. Why do you? Do you have a book besides one of my books? Do you have another book that's book of the year? I look at my Goodreads. I always have everything connected my Amazon Fire to Goodreads. So then I always review them there. But then if I do a print book, I also review there. That way I can keep track of, 60, 80 books, whatever I've read over the year. And then I'll go back through and figure out what my book of the year was. I'm going to write that down. Maybe I'll do a book of the year video at the end of the year, beginning of next year. Contenders, but no standout. And my book of the year won't be that it came out in 2025. My thing will be, this is the book of the year that I read this year. But I'm sure the Jordan Harper book that I read, King of California, I think it's called, Last King of California, whatever it was, that's probably going to be up there in top 5. That William Boyle book might be up there. Yeah, who only reads books in the year they're published? Exactly. But I'm sure all those books of the year things will be, these are the books that came out this year kind of thing. So I'll have to just say, this is the book, this is my top 3, this is the books of the year, and then here's my number 1. And then I hold up, Floating Bears or something. I was thinking William Boyle might be a pick. It's definitely, I guarantee it's top 3. That book was amazing. And also the C.W. Blackwell book was also amazing. Otherwise, it's Crazy Eddie. You know what? That was a good book. Maybe I'll try to get like a top 10 going through my Goodreads. I'll get 10 books and then I will figure it out. The book sticks to your ribs, Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one, but again, it's on my list. So once I go through Goodreads, I got a 3 more books I'm going to read before the end of this year. And I keep getting books from publishers. Like I just got The Gales of November, The Untold Story of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And I have another one that came that I have to do an unboxing of later on as well. So much going on. So much going on. My PDK book returned before I finished it. Don't think I'm going to reborrow it. Did you get most of it written? Read? Written. Halfway. And obviously PKD, for those who don't know, Philip K. Drummond. It's his early works, and I find it redundant now. I read him like when I was a teenager, and a lot of it was like hit or miss. And then you realize years later that he was really a crazy bastard. He was also one of these guys that believed that everything he wrote was history somewhere. Like, okay, how can I retell the story of man being scared of technology? Yeah. Yeah, he was one of those old-timey writers that kind of belabored the point on certain things. But when he was on, man, that dude was on. I guess I'll call them Nuck-Nucks instead of Marshes in this one. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. I did write that down though. Book of the year thing. I'll do like a top 10. I think it's just a symptom of writing so much book weight. Yeah, a lot of those guys back then, basically, you're getting paid by the word, and you're just pumping out stories, and you get an idea, and you're like, let me write this 5 different ways to Sunday, and see who I can sell this crap to. So yeah, that does make sense. All right, Frank. You might have to go back to work or something because I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go lie down, read a little bit, sleep a lot of bit. It was fun. Thanks for everybody for jumping in on the raid. Oh, I will enjoy my nap, my friend. I will. Tomorrow is what? There's a small chance that I will be on tomorrow, and if I'm on Twitch tomorrow, that means I'll be on YouTube Live as well. If I'm on tomorrow. If either of my co-authors decide to write a chapter of their book, I'll definitely have to be on, but I'm not holding my breath for either of them. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. A reminder to subscribe or resubscribe here on Twitch and also on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Don't submit anything. Subscribe. Armand's Opinion is the name of the channel.